RiverBender.com.
I wanna be high, so high. I wanna be free to know the things I do are right. I wanna be free, just me. Oh, man.
Sorry. Good morning. Your microphone wasn't. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you, Lacy?
I'm fine. How are you, CJ?
I am ready to go take a nap.
Yeah, I feel that.
Have you seen the air quality? It's like 170. It's very unhealthy.
Of
Air quality. The air quality index 170.
Okay, so high is bad.
Very. It's Snoop
That
Dogg levels.
sounds very bad. Okay, yeah. I mean, it wasn't a pleasant walk down here, but that was more wind related, so I didn't even think about air quality.
Do you know how I feel? I'm so glad I got my hair. That was I kind of liked having the longer hair with the suit jacket. It looked kind of, more, I looked bigger.
I like your haircut though. I think
but
it
I
looks
looked
good.
like a bigger I had it made my shoulders look a little bit broader, I think, at a certain angles. It was like camera manipulation.
Like in a conversation with someone, you just
You're
adjust.
Damn, CJ must have gained like 50 pounds. Look at that. But then I got my hair cut, and now it's cool, but I look like I need to eat more. But I also like it because my hair would be... John, I am working here. He just slacked me. And but every time I walk outside, it just ruined my. It would be working, moving my hair. John said I was killing it this morning.
Oh, nice job.
I don't know, John. I think I need to be careful today.
Say like 90% of what you're thinking.
No. Hell no. I need
40?
to save 1% of what I'm thinking. If I said even 10%, I'd be in jail by noon. So what happened 100 years? Oh, wait, hold on. Let me finish my hair story.
Oh, yeah.
So I go outside, and Sydney and I figured this out. Since John's phone, I had a love child going. It was like an Elvis Trump thing. Because, whenever it was done, it looked really good. But then the moment the wind hit, it started doing this. And it was like, there was a lot going on. So I learned that I could pull it this way, throw it up this way, throw it back, and then do a side thing. I had a whole routine.
Like in the wind, or just when you did it every day? Like when you fixed it?
Both.
Well, I'm glad you had a system.
What'd you talk about 100 years ago?
100 years ago, I wasn't here yet.
That's right. So what'd you write about the person talking about 100 years ago?
So, okay, this was one of the ones that started seeming like really easy and then got super complicated really quick. So there was a little article called "Dying Woman Gives Reward to Her Kind Friends." And this woman, Minnie...
Oh, yeah, we talked about this. Phyllis said... Okay, I'm sorry I even took this long to get into this. This is a wild story.
Wild story. Okay, so Minnie Walters died on March... no, she died earlier that year, but the article was March 10th, 1925, when they actually, were going through her will, I don't know if it had to go through arbitration or whatever. But anyway, they were reading her will, and she bequeathed money to a bunch of various people that seemed really random when you first looked at it. And it said that she was giving her money to them because they had been kind to her during her life. And so one of the person that got the most money, $1,000, which I didn't look up how much that would be in that time, but her entire estate was worth about $64,000-ish. So about almost a third of it went to H. William Bauer. And it said that the reason Minnie remembered H.W. Bauer above all others was that at one time, to test out the sincerity of devotion of a man who wanted to marry her, she had deeded to Mr. Bauer all of her property, and he had held it in his own name for years. She married the man, they did not get along, and he deserted, and she finally divorced him. Then she asked for her property back, and Mr. Bauer turned it back. So grateful was she for his kind treatment of her and protecting her in what proved well-grounded suspicions against the man to whom she was engaged, that she made him the chief beneficiary of her will. That did not mention that they were related. I had to do a whole bunch more research to figure out they were actually cousins. So it wasn't just some random guy that she deeded all of her money to.
That's what I was wondering. Remember we were talking about that last week?
Yeah.
I said, now this just seems a little weird.
Yeah, and it didn't say anything about that.
Right.
And I had to kind of piece it together. So
Now it brings me to my weekly point.
Okay, weekly point, go.
Thank you, reporter of local news publication.
Oh, that you want me to thank the...
No, I want to thank you for doing their job again.
Oh, no. That okay, there's so much...
It was 100 years ago.
It was 100 years ago, and there's so much context that it doesn't need to be, like, put in necessarily at the time, but then when you don't know what the relationships are in the place in a certain time. Like, in the future, when somebody's doing research on now, 100 years from now, they're not going to have the same understanding of Alton that we do. So I've done experiments on this before. If you try to write for people of the future, it gets very complicated on both a personal level and on a like more news level, because I did a class in grad school called personal archiving, where you're supposed to like create something that would be useful to somebody in the future, like a personal project. And it is so much more work than just like writing for the present. So I would have liked if it given a little bit more information about their relationship. But it turned out they were cousins. So 2 of the people that she gave money to were cousins. And then I could not figure out any of the other people. So I have no idea if they like, there were, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There were 6 people, 2 that she gave money to in her will. 2 of them were cousins, and the other 3, 4, I can't count today, 4, I have no idea. They could have like said hi to her on the street and that was good enough. No idea. Never figured it out. Gave up.
It's okay. So, take me through the significance of this story. I mean, because, the divorce process is just fascinating to me.
Right. So one of the things that I had to figure out too was she'd actually been married before. That wasn't mentioned in her obituary or anywhere else, but she was married and her first husband died. And so that's probably why she had money to begin with, because a lot of times in that time period, a woman wouldn't have her own like property, money, etc. when she got married. And so if you see like a woman running a business or, having a large estate, not every time, but a lot of times it was because she had gotten married, her husband had died, and she had taken over the business, taken over the estate, etc. So in this case, she got married, her husband died about 7 years later. And then 3 years after that, she was marrying this Max Walters character, and I know, and she didn't quite trust him. I'm not sure why she married him. She didn't trust him enough to literally sign over all of her property, money, everything to a cousin. And then he lasted 10 years before he left, but he left.
Whole decade, came back 4 months later, which means for a whole decade, she still didn't trust him enough to like have her stuff returned to her. To be fair, we're getting into the Depression era when we talk about a decade.
Well,
this was before. So this was 1914 to 1924.
It was even before that. They got married in 1890. I should have said that. And then they got, he left in 1900.
Oh.
1899, 1900. And then he came back 4 months later.
Gotcha.
And she wouldn't take him back. And so he like told her that he had taken some sort of like carbolic acid kind of thing, like threatened that if she didn't take him back, he was going to hurt himself. He was going to hurt her, all this stuff.
Honey,
it was bad.
No, you just got to leave that guy alone.
But she did. She like
didn't
take him back.
I have seen too many a Jerry Springer episode to know how that goes. You just got to walk away.
It was bad news. She did not take him back. This is... And then she ended up getting a divorce 16 years after that. So I don't know why. But again, divorce was a lot different back then. No fault divorce
couldn't imagine. Yeah, that's
did
wild.
not exist until 1970. And I didn't know this. I did a lot of divorce research on this article. The first no-fault divorces were in California, and Ronald Reagan is the one that signed it into law because he was divorced. And but before that, you had to have a reason, and it could be something like cruelty or desertion or adultery. But like people would like set up fake scenarios in order to get divorced. It was very complicated. I mean, she certainly had grounds for it. But so I don't know why it was 16 years later, but she did finally get divorced. And then at that point, it looks like Bauer deeded everything back to her. She had a candy store in the meantime. So she was making her own money. She seemed to be doing okay. But the bulk of her estate, was not in her own. But yeah, I mean, until the mid 1800s, it was, I think, 1861, the Illinois legislature passed a Married Woman's Property Rights Act. So if you were married, you were allowed to own land yourself. But before that, you were not. Like, it was nothing in your name, everything in your husband's name. So there were a lot of things going on like that. And then I put in the article, too, like, it wasn't until 1974.
You know what I've been doing?
What?
I've been putting credit cards in random people's names. I just figured, like, let's just share the wealth.
Yeah, like, build everybody's credit.
Well, and then when I max them out, I throw them in the river. They can't track those.
Yeah. Some financial advice from CJ. But yeah, like, it was very complicated because a lot of this had to do with individual states. And so I got kind of like too deep into the Illinois divorce law, and I never figured out everything. But I do know it was 16 years after he left, but she didn't take him back. So
good for you, Minnie.
Yeah.
Minnie Walters.
Minnie Walters.
Minnie Walters got a divorce and kept her money.
Yes.
Teach us your secrets, Minnie.
Yes.
With that being said, Lacy, what are you writing about this week?
I am writing about the Isaac Walton League, which was an environmental league. It was founded.
I knew Isaac.
What?
I knew Isaac.
You knew and it's Izaak, and he was like an English poet that wrote about fishing. It was very interesting.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. But anyway, formed in 1922, and then Alton got a chapter in 1925, and they still exist.
Cool.
Yeah.
Looking forward to talking to you about it next week.
Yeah. Thanks. Me too.
Good talk. All right.
Thanks.
10:34, a little bit of change. We'll come back with the Grafton Chamber of Commerce right after this.